Hi everyone. Uh, were you able to see my screen? Hello. Okay. Hello everyone. Thanks all for being here. I'm so happy to be part of this session and excited as well. I'll be talking about AI in decision making. Let me start with my introduction. This is Naresh Urukonda working as a principal architect for Amgen US, and I'm leading omni-channel product team using AI, ML, and data engineering ecosystem. Back to beginning of my career, I did bachelor's in engineering. During that time, I was passionate towards robotics. I was curious. Also, I was curious about video games, which in turn paved my way into computers. Later, I gained my curiosity towards how to develop video games. Then I started learning programming languages and foundational knowledge as well. After bachelor's, I joined in software engineer in Value Labs and worked for a couple of years. Thereafter, I moved to US and did masters in computer science from Southern Arkansas University, specialized in data science. After masters, I joined as data engineer in Viacom Media Networks and worked for a couple of years. During this period, I did develop data engineering pipelines with the various cloud technologies, handling petabytes of data. Then I joined in Amgen as a data engineer, moved to senior data engineer, where I used to lead and manage the data engineering and AI solutions team. Then moved as a principal architect to omnichannel product team. That's a little bit about me. Moving on to the agenda, I'll talk about few topics, starting with what is AI and why do we need AI in decision making, and what is the importance of AI in today's world. Next, I want to go over what all the AI technologies and techniques, also what skills we are required to be accomplished in this field. Then I'll talk more details about AI in decision making and utilization in various domains. Also, detailed use cases in healthcare on decision making. That's my plan for today's session. Moving on, can anyone briefly describe what is AI? Feel free to add your comments in the chat. Okay. Simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans. In a simple terms, technology mimics the human intelligence to perform a task and can iteratively improve themselves based on the information they receive. And now, why do we need to rely on a machines for the decision making? If I think about that, there are many reasons to rely on a machine learning for decision making in a various domains and industries in today's world. Below are the few reasons that are common with high importance but not limited. Handling large data volumes. With the advent of big data, it became a challenge to humans to analyze and make sense of immense amount of informations available. Machines, especially with the AI capabilities, can analyze the large data set efficiently. The second one is the consistency. Unlike humans, machines do not suffer from fatigue, emotions, or cognitive bias. This means they can provide consistent decisions without being influenced by the external factors. The next thing is the processing speed. Machines can process vast amount of data at speed incomparable to human capabilities. This allows for a rapid decision making, especially in scenarios where the time is the essence. The final one, which is the most important one, the machines can operate based on the data and algorithms, ensuring the decisions are made effectively without personal bias or emotions. If I think about the objectivity alone, I recently came across the AI pair programming tool called GitHub Copilot, and I've been using this from last 4 months. It helps you to implement the logic and get recommendations based on implementation without any bias. Also, it has many advantages in a large scale companies, or like in a mid-sized companies. When you're working with the P developers, this helps you a lot trying to understand what are the best practices out there and what are the optimizations, and it also helps you to document your code in a seamless fashion. Like, it also avoids the mundane work on a day-to-day basis, and it helps you to improve the productivity of your team as well. Now we understood, like, why do we need a machines to make the decision making. Let's look at the technologies behind it and the techniques as well. AI technologies and techniques encompass a broad range of methods and tools used to stimulate this intelligent behavior in machines. These technologies constantly evolving, and their applications span across the numerous fields, including healthcare, finance, education, transportation, entertainment, and other industries as well. Here are some key AI technologies and techniques. I'll talk about the middle circle first, the machine learning. This is the core of many AI systems, where algorithms learn from data to make predictions or decisions without being explicitly programmed for the task. And there are few algorithms which are common to many applications, like linear or logistic regressions, XGBoost, random forest, decision tree, k-means. These are popular and can be widely used in many applications, and also helps in enhancing the speed and accuracy of the models as well. And when it comes to the deep learning, a subset of a machine learning. Deep learning uses a neural networks with a many layers to analyze the various factors in large amounts of data. It particularly effective for a complex data like image, speech recognition. And when you think about the many layers from the neural networks, that's where like the name called deep came into the picture. Like uh, that's a more a meaningful way to put it as well. Now, when you see the natural language processing, which sits on top of machine learning and neural networks, this involves the processing and analyzing the large amounts of natural language data to enable the computers to understand response to text or voice data in human-like manner. And there, if you see this outer circle, this is a computer vision. This technology enables the machine to interpret and make decisions based on a visual data. It used in facial recognition, object detection, and various other applications. I mean, I can think about one example, Tesla Motors, where they built the autonomous vehicles to run it seamlessly using the computer vision technology by utilizing the cameras in a various places at a various angles. And that closely aligns with the robotics as well, combining AI with the robotics to create the machines that can perform the complex task autonomously and autonomously. So this also talks towards the Tesla Motors and then like self-driving cars out there in the market. And there are like many more applications which being developed uh, out there in the market. And when and before like moving to the next slide, I'll talk about like Gen AI, right? Gen AI is the latest buzzword, refers to the class of information available that can generate the new content or data that is similar to but distinct from the training data it has been seen. It can include the text, images, music, speech, and other forms of media. These technologies and techniques are just a tip of an iceberg. AI is rapidly moving with a field of new advancements and applications emerging regularly. I mean, to excel in this space, like I would suggest to understand the fundamentals of the programming language and the data structures and then algorithms as well. If we are strong in the fundamentals of any programming language, you can learn these algorithms like seamlessly. That will put your career like in more inclined fashion, that will move towards the vertical way of approach. Yeah. Now I'll talk about how these technologies and techniques have increasingly become a pivotal tool in decision making across the various sectors, fundamentally changing the way the decisions are made. From daily operational choice to the strategic planning, here is a comprehensive overview of a role plays in the decision making. The first one is data analysis and insights. Massive data, massive data handling. AI can process and analyze the way vast amount of data for beyond human capability, extract the valuable insights. The second thing falls under this category is the pattern recognition. Through the machine learning, AI identifies the patterns and trends in data which are crucial in making informed decisions. And the other one, which is most important, is like a predictive analytics. AI predicts the future trends based on the historical data, aiding in proactive decision making. And the left side of this one, like you see, these are the few examples fall under this category, like a content recommendation, drug development, fraud detection, genomic sequencing, learning analytics. I'll take one example, the fraud detection. This is widely used in the banking industry to identify what all the frauds happening out there in the market. And then they'll take a precautionary steps to the customers, like to make sure the banking is seamlessly throughout the day and throughout the usage of the app. So that's one of the popular example like which we using widely. And one other thing is like a genomic sequencing. There's a lot of historical data captured to make the informed decisions and then try to understand what's happening in the specific area. This helps to identify the what is the problem which is detected for the specific cell or a tissue, and then how it can be rectified with the proper therapies or like a medicine. And the personalization is another category, the second category. If I think about the personalization, the I can correlate with a more of tailored decisions. AI enables the tailored decisions making specifically in the marketing, healthcare, customer service by understanding the individual preferences and behaviors. And few examples to the personalization is the personalized marketing and the customized banking, course recommendations, and workout plans as well. I'll talk more about the personalization in a coming slide, uh, and I'll take one example how the personalization works as well. And automated decision making has two categories. One is operational decisions, and one is the real time decisions. Operational decisions like helps you think towards the restocking inventory in retail or like adjusting the temperatures in smart buildings by analyzing the outside temperatures versus the inside temperature. That's like a more of operational decisions. Many organizations or many industries are utilizing this technology uh, to automate their processes and to avoid the human manual nature as well. And when it comes to the real time decisions as well, right, like this is closely inclined towards the operational decisions but little bit different, right? In a area like a financial trading or like emergency responses, AI makes the real time decisions constantly based on a constantly changing data. One of the thing I can think of is like a dynamic pricing, autonomous vehicles are close examples for the automated decision making. And to add to this, there is a category called enhanced accuracy and speed. when you try to combine the automated decision making and the data analysis, like you need to also think about the enhanced accuracy, where like two things like you need to you'll try to identify throughout this area is reduction of human error and then quick decision making. By relying on the data driven approaches, AI reduces the likelihood of errors that can occur in human judgment. AI can process and analyze data at a speed that is impossible for humans, leading to faster decision making processes. Few examples in towards the enhanced accuracy and speed is like a more of which I like most is the quality control, which is being used in many industries and many applications, because those are like a crucial tool, like especially from the healthcare industry. Quality control is a huge aspect. Like when you deploy a drug and then out to the market, like there are like a lot of principles you have to take into the consideration to verify the quality of that. And the facial recognition is another one where like you need a accuracy and speed towards identifying the objects. Like I mean, when to this example, like I can think about the tolling system, where where it identifies the specific vehicle and the number plate on it, and based on that, like whose vehicle is that, like you can closely relate with that. So it it implies both, right? Enhanced accuracy and also the decision making as well. And the final one is like the strategic planning and forecasting. It includes the long term planning and scenario analysis. Long term planning is more of AI aid in strategic business decisions by forecasting market trends, consumer behaviors, or like technology advancements. And the scenario analysis is like AI model with a different scenarios helps the lenders to make the decision in future strategies. Like the closest example I can think of is like a demand forecasting. Like when it comes to the big billion day or like a Thanksgiving day over here, like that's like a this these kind of an algorithms play into the picture. Like what is the demand for so and so products, and based on that, like uh, based on the previous history, they'll forecast like what would be the sale predicted. And the same happens for the economic forecasting as well. You try to understand like when where there is a when it gonna happen for the recession, and towards the end of the financial year or the start of the financial year. At any point in time, this helps to understand previous historical data to identify the future market trends and then future economic growth as well. I'll stop here. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. So this slide talks about the AI in decision making with respect to every application. But I'll talk through with example in healthcare where I'm closely aligned and work since I'm working in healthcare from last few years. Decision making is weighed based on a decision support, decision augmentation, and decision automation. And these three things come into the picture throughout the process. So when you see the big data, right, like the big data is the one like where like you try to collect the data from the different sources. When it comes to the healthcare, you collect the patient information, the healthcare provider information, sales information, the claims information, prescribing information, and the personal information as well. You combine those data and then segregate into the different features and then feed into the AI model. Like when it comes to the personalized model, it tries to understand the behavior of a specific patient, what drugs he is being using, and what's his age, and what is the climatic conditions he is being around. Based on that, like the AI model try to understand, analyze from the past history and the future trends, and it provides the possible actions what is the best step for this specific patient. And these possible actions are sent to the healthcare provider. Now healthcare provider will trialize the recommendation and provide the human judgment. This way, now AI is helping you to provide the decision, and also there is a human judgment involved in every piece of a step, especially in the healthcare. space, like you need this kind of a presence, like where you try to understand whether these are like a meaningful judgment or not. Because like when you try to prescribe a product to any uh, patient, like we should be a bit better cautious, like at least try to understand all the data which is fed out of the model, and then whether these are meaningful, specific to patient or not. And it helps in the decision making as well. When you understand the process from the start to end, now first, like let's say the healthcare provider prescribes a product with a certain dosing, and then it tries to get some kind of results based on that, and then you try to collect the same data on for every patient, and then you try to observe the trends from the different patients, and then you predict what is the best action for the specific patient. So this is about the at least the personalization part of it. Now I'll talk more towards the AI adoption. We touched how AI is leveraged in various industries. This report will tell us the business are turning to AI to a greater degree to improve and perfect their operations. This report is from the Forbes Advisory Survey. Businesses are using AI across the wide range of areas. The most popular application includes the customer service, with a 56% of industries using AI for this purpose, and the cyber security, fraud management adopted by the 51% of business. Other notable businesses of AI and customer relationship management and the personal assistance and then inventory management are few areas like most of the companies are inclining towards, because there are a lot of manual efforts involved here, where the AI can automatically take the decisions and reduce the human manpower as well. It helps to improve the productivity and also the scale of a business they are operating, right? Like now there are a lot of companies like spending a money to reduce the manual effort and improve the productivity, especially from where there is a mundane work involved in it. Like it's especially from the customer service, like every company is trying to spending a billions of dollars every year on the customer service. Instead, like AI can replace uh, and reduce the human interactions over there, like where there things can be automated on a day-to-day basis and based on the training data available out there. So now we saw the what is the areas the companies are interested, and like what are the applications the AI can make decisions. Now if you see the market landscape, like according to the research, right, like the artificial intelligence is expected to show the strong growth in coming decades. Its value near like 100 billion US dollars is expected to grow by 20-fold by 2030, up to nearly 2 trillion US dollars. The AI market covers a vast number of industries, everything from supply chain, marketing, product marketing, research, and various organizations. I mean, these organizations heavily rely on the simplified automations to large automations like image generating, and then chatbots like mobile applications, and then there are a few applications which are converting the uh, Figma to the complete end-to-end applications with a back-end and front-end applications as well. And other competitive space like now which is evolving is like a generative AI. The release of ChatGPT 3.0 brought about the new awakening to the possibilities of generative artificial intelligence. A good understanding of these trends comes out of the observing the different in the interest in generative AI. This market will grow beyond like in coming years, because there are a lot of companies are spending billions of dollars to understand the futuristic trends, how these technologies can help to improve the productivity of any applications, and then uh, and these can also help to bring a lot of innovations as well. Like if you see this market growth, like you'll see a lot of opportunities out there, and how to come up with a new ideas which can correlate to the business growth as well. Yeah, I mean, I'll stop here. Like maybe if you have any questions, I'll talk through later me know. I, I hope this is a more of interactive session. Let me know if you need any details on the specific topic as well. I don't see any questions here, but at least like, one tip I can think of is like more concentrate towards the statistical models or machine learning models and the deep learning techniques and the predictive analytics. These are a few areas like maybe companies are thinking towards it. There is a larger space beyond this as well, but at least like these are like a foundational elements to any upcoming data scientist or like an engineer like who are thinking to upskill their career towards it. Okay, if you don't have any questions, I'm dropping off. Thank you.